This is a quick message to women on why you're voting. Something I want you to ponder on. Are we not called to walk as Messiah walked? Was he meddling in politics, or was he speaking and teaching on spiritual matters? So, voting, it gives you a sense of control. You have this illusion that you have control on who's going to become a leader for the nation. Excuse me, sorry, I'm out of breath. I was going up the stairs, but when he's already ordained our rulers. Please read Romans 13, 1 through 7, 1 Peter chapter 2, read Jude 1, 8, read about Daniel, read about what he was like in Babylon. We're scattered right now. We are in Mystery Babylon if you're part of the USA. This is the melting pot. This is where Judah and all Israel dwell. Okay, so everything's already written and it's manifesting. And what we're going through is a reflection on us. Like, actually, have you thought about that? We reap what we sow. Look at our nation. Punishment is coming. You need to read Jeremiah 50 and 51. It's about our nation. It's about to get destroyed. Look what's happening in Jerusalem. You don't think that's going to happen here? Because it's coming. It's on its way. We're not sitting a queen and safe. It's coming. You guys need to wake up. Read Isaiah 28. Woe to the crown, woe to the crown of pride to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower. Oh, make America great again? No, repent. Which are the head of the fat valleys of them that are overcome with wine, overcome with pride and false doctrine. Read Revelation 17 and 18. Punishment's coming to the wicked. Wicked are the ones transgressing God's laws. And if you truly want to help, instead of voting, why don't you repent? Keep his 10 commandments. Teach the women and the children about God, about his holy covenants. Eating clean. But you got to do it yourself. Get the log out of your eye first. So, I want to go over what Israel did, where they went wrong. And for us not to repeat the same mistakes, there's nothing new under the sun. So Isaiah 2:22, cease ye from men whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of? Why are you looking to man to save you? They're not going to save you. It's like you're choosing. You need to choose our king, Yeshua. Okay? Men is not going to save you. Everything's already written. It's going to happen. So you need to get on the right side of prophecy. And this is where Israel went wrong. And make sure this isn't you. I'm in 1 Samuel chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 4. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. We are not to look like the nations, where he told us that in Deuteronomy 12 and Jeremiah 10, don't learn the way of the heathen. And they were asking for a king to judge over them. And they were rejecting God when they did this. Instead of saying, elect someone that walks in the ways of God. No, they wanted to look like that. Make us a king to judge over us like all the nations. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people. He's going to give them up to what they want. In all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. Is this ringing a bell yet? According to all the works which they have done, since the day that I have brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day. This still applies to us today, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. Now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots. This is like what's going to happen, and it's kind of happening now. Like everyone's being, I'm oppressed because of the taxes, or they're going to make us do this or that. I don't even know because I'm not into politics and I never was. Praise Yah for that. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before his chariots. And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over fifties, and will set them to ear his ground and to reap his harvest and to make his instruments of war and instruments of his chariots. Join our army, fight for our country. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries and to be cooks and to be bakers. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. And he will take the 10th of your seed and of your vineyards and give to his officers and to his servants. And he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to work. You're slaving for them now. He will take the 10th of your sheep and you shall be his servants. So who are you serving? And you shall cry out in that day because of your king, which you shall have chosen you. You chose this, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. So don't be part of this. Don't choose a leader that's already going to be ordained. It doesn't matter. He's going to choose. That's why I gave those other scriptures that you should read for yourself. Nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they said, "Nay, but we will have the king over us." Going after their own heart, their own imaginations, their own thoughts. Verse 20, that we may also be like all the nations. See where they went wrong? And that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles. And you think that anyone that does these false promises to you are really going to follow through? And what did God say? He's not going to hear you that day that you cry. And Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he rehearsed them in the ears of the Lord. And the Lord said to Samuel, hearken unto their voice, and make them a king. And Samuel said unto the men of Israel, go you every man unto his city. Choose wisely.